Get you some money, you're gonna feel different.
Straight up.
You might even, all that other advice I could have gave you, this is the short version. You know, get you a couple dollars, man, you're gonna feel different.
Thanks for that puzzle. Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
Whole No 100 story, just like Loose Lips Cannon story, has ended up in Big U paperwork for show. Overt act, got Big U name crossed up, and activities that are illegal that the feds are very interested in. That we can confirm. Although he lives by a philosophy such as this.
So this what I don't understand. How does a non-Pacoima guy knows what a guy from Pacoima does in Pacoima?
He'll say some bullshit like that while the feds are interested in what he got to say about not only a guy from Los Angeles, not Pacoima, such as myself from Los Angeles. He was referring to me. But as well, a guy way out in Houston, Texas, like Jay Prince. The feds have expressed interest in what he has to say about people in both places. None that are from Pacoima. So that bullshit logic he have is crazy. But he been running his mouth as usual, and I guess he just don't realize it. Running his mouth he run his mouth too much. And they was talking about this future and he trying to do damage control and mitigate his involvement and why the feds are referring to this incident. He's saying it's not from his account of it. Oh, I know what it must be. His homie this, that, because they didn't say this. And, unless it was another incident, because it was just a trot in a conversation. Totally contradicting his initial account of the incident. However, the Ruler Report, shout out to my guy, Ruler Report, says Hold No 100 done confirmed that Future did get knocked out. So he's still talking, and we gonna see what she got to say at the end of the day. Oh, my.
They say the dude, the artist, got assaulted?
Yep.
Yeah, that's an artist. 2014? LAX. Who the fuck assaulted at LAX? In the block. Who could that be? 2014. Nigga, that's a new one. Keita, you know about that one? Yeah. Homies assaulted him. And they assaulted him. That ain't Future, because Future was never assaulted.
When it's time to get dope, I take off. Before the feds get the dope, I take off.
Well. Like, we back with, more content. Now, listen, I pay attention to what people say, and I only critique or speak on the things that they say. I don't go around pulling, rabbits out of hats and all of these little gymnastic tricks people be trying to do when they cover these individuals. If you're doing good, I'm going to cover that. If you're doing bad, I'm going to definitely cover that. And we're going to crack a couple of jokes, right? But listen, at this point, everything is contradicting. 1 minute it's raining and the next minute the sun is out. The whole conversation is just it's a bipolar conversation on YouTube. But now listen, so we've been covering this Big U indictment, these 7 new charges and overt acts and things like that. And Future's name came up. Now, in the beginning of this, it was said that an individual allegedly got assaulted. Somebody got beat up. Somebody got packed out. That's what the paperwork said. Overt Act 37, right? It speaks about this, right? Now, Wack100 talked about this a couple of times, and he was asked about certain things, and Wack100 stated up and down he don't remember nothing about no assault.
That this dude was assaulted, which means somebody around this dude that's on this case who's trying to get out of something or get some time knocked off is clearly telling the police something that ain't true, because the man Future was never assaulted.
He said nobody ever laid a hand on Future.
Nobody never touched Future.
They didn't imagine his audio.
Imagine though, Imagine you capping to the feds, something about whatever. You don't mention Wack100 name. And he get on the internet and tell the feds he lying. He lying. This didn't never happen. And you not even incriminating nobody else. You saying I personally did something. It's crazy.
Off a Clubhouse.
So the fact that that reads that way lets you know they didn't pull that from my Clubhouse conversation. I don't give a fuck. It's my story.
Now, speaking of stories, that's exactly how we get here. You know, Wax telling a story on Clubhouse about a situation between Big U and Future in this airport debacle. Now, again, you know, we only gonna talk about what people talk about.
We know Wack tell stories though. Like he told that bullshit story about me being at that incident and I wasn't there, and he compounded it and said something about us going way back to the juvenile side of the county.
So Spider looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the county.
Fine, you feel what I'm saying? And if it's not online, we can't talk about it. Well, people looked at that information that was given up in that story the same way to say that was talked about online. That's why it ended up in an overt act. Now, with that being said, Wack100 actually, you know, he says he's not gonna stop telling stories. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell another story.
But these dudes telling me I gotta stop telling my stories. Nigga, Wack gonna tell his story. I'm gonna tell my future story, my present story, and my past stories. God damn it. Nigga, I don't give a damn about a Big U. Fuck Big U. Straight up like that. Until he clean up the lie he put on my back, it's Big U stories to the moon, because I got dozens of them. And we gonna talk about it in the YouTube streets. And whoever hear them. Whatever they do, they do. It's just a story, period. Ain't none of my stories got anybody convicted or turned into a criminal charge. So I don't give a fuck about what your narrative is. The fact of the matter is, his 7 new counts ain't none of the charges on my future story. And my future story never included Future being assaulted. So, and I guarantee you when the trial—
Yeah, I know how evidence and testimony work. They utilize corroborating testimonies to paint a large picture. So he like, oh, I didn't say assault. So what that supposed to mean? You left out that small detail and gave all the other details. They have other people to corroborate the details that you have, and then to also go further to add the assault. I don't understand your point.
Come and it come out who really said that, it's gonna be one of his codees who made it up, heard a little something, and added a little something to it. See, Wack's story is Wack's story. You guys hear it. Big U stayed back with Sierra. He took off. I trotted after him. He ran into a thing. I went in there after him, right, to holler at him. He threw the phone. I got on the phone. Person on the phone said,
sorry for that.
This is listed as an overt act in the paperwork, in the new indictment. And we learned that an overt act is one of the three key elements necessary in proving a conspiracy charge, which the feds have charged Big U with. Without an overt act, there's no conspiracy. And now they're using this story that Wack100 put out there, and according to him, someone else allegedly corroborated, or that's what he's suggesting. But it's an overt act, just for those that may not know. What kind of sorry for the interruption. How long did that last? Oh, I don't know.
Interruption, but we'll be right back after this brief selection from Wack100.
it's a story of a rapper who couldn't get the job done. And because he couldn't get it done, he got kicked in the ass by the big one, the big guy, as you called him, kicked him in his ass dozens of times. He kicked him and kicked him and kicked him until shit squirted out his behind.
Yeah, so anyway, Wack100 has been saying that individuals around Big U or somebody.
Man, I'm through with this with man. Wait, no, did he say anything about Future getting knocked out yet? No, let's see. Let's keep it going.
In Big U's indictment, who was charged as cooperating, is allegedly the individual who will be making this story up, because in these video clips that I just played, and you know, any other clip you can find, Wack100 has denied any knowledge of this incident, as well as he's saying that as far as he knows, nothing happened to Future, and these individuals are making things up. Now, some of y'all might be like, well, Wack is lying. Okay. So in my mind, I'm wondering, well, if Wack is lying, is he lying to protect Big U, or is he lying to protect himself? Like, I'm just trying to figure out. You know, I'm not saying he's lying or telling the truth. I'm laying it out there. But with that being said, Wack100 would say that he received a call from the West Side, and somebody got on the phone with him and told him the entire drop from beginning to end about what really happened to Future in LA.
My partner over there at the West Side, he said, Wack, I'm just hearing this shit. You know, I'll be delayed. He said they mixing up what happened. I think I sent it to you, Prince. So I just found out.
Listen, how he finna straighten it out for the feds, man. This is crazy in real time. He know the feds is tuned in, reporting. He finna give him the details, straighten it out for him from the West Side. Whoever it was told him, nigga, you bet not say my name. Oh, my mama.
That Future did get his ass knocked out in L.A.
Oh, what?
Uh-oh. Dead Pluto?
Yeah.
I just found out my nigga hit me this morning. Hold on, I screen. I'm gonna drop it in the group chat. My nigga hit me this morning. He said, bro, you know, my kids be sending me this shit. And they said, Dad, they trying to put some shit on Wack, but I remember you told me.
There, you heard it. You want to hear the rest of this bullshit? Go holler at the Ruler Report. Shout out to him. He ain't bullshit. Hold on, 100 mouth, voice, bullshit. Oh, blah, 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 blah.
Get you some money, you gonna feel different.
Straight up.
You might even, all that other advice I could have gave you, this the short version. You know, get you a couple dollars, man. You gonna feel different.
Thanks for letting that hustle. Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.